Welcome to BitBoy Crypto. This is your daily crypto wrap up, where I try sometimes in a week to give you the day's crypto news in 3 minutes or less. Guys, right now we got Bitcoin in a little bit of short-term trouble here. We're not worried for the month or the long term, but it is at 56,500. As we go and we look at market Cipher, we will see that we have now printed a red dot here on the momentum wave. However, this red dot could disappear in a moment's notice because it has not confirmed here on the daily chart. But it is something to watch overnight, to think about. If you are in any longs overnight, you may want to consider putting some stop losses or taking some profit because it could shoot down overnight. But like I said, overall, I'm not really that concerned about this. It does seem like Bitcoin is ready to go up here soon. When we look at Ethereum, we're coming in at 4,500, lost a lot of momentum thanks to the Bitcoin dump. Biggest gainers of the day, we have EXRD and XRD, which stands for Radix and eRadix. I don't know what this project is, I'm going to be honest with you. Cardano coming at 8.9% there. We have IOTA at 8%, Uniswap with 8% gains as well. As we head to the news, there's a lot of stories about Bitcoin right now. A lot of stories about Bitcoin in the short term could face a drop, but still bullish for December. However, a lot of people are now writing articles about how a $100,000 price point for Bitcoin in December seems unattainable right now. I don't agree with that. We are seeing some of that. But some of the news, some of the FUD we had today, we knew this was coming. The SEC has now rejected WisdomTree's application for a spot Bitcoin ETF. We told you, spot ETF is not getting approved. We did get a spot ETF approved in Canada from Fidelity, and that is of note. Why? Because now Fidelity is going to get the experience running one of these ETFs before they get one approved in America, probably in a couple of years. Michael Saylor thought this was interesting for those Bitcoin maxis out there. Michael Saylor, also known as the guy of a million laughs, he said that Bitcoin will be great for the world reserve currency, but he said it's not great for buying a cup of coffee with, right? Why is it always a cup of coffee? Why does everybody want to buy a cup of coffee with crypto? I don't know. Why is it a bang energy drink? I don't know. I've got questions. I don't have the answer. But anyways, that doesn't really line up with the maxi way of thinking. Look, Michael Saylor understands this is digital gold. This can be the world reserve asset in some form or foundation or some form or fashion, but no one wants to spend it. Last story here, you guys know I did buy a Bored Ape Yacht Club. I bought a Bored Ape is what I did here recently. A lot of people are buying them right now. I think DJ Khaled just bought a couple. I guess he bought one and then was like, I need another one. But anyways, Adidas, of course, entered the metaverse. We talked about this last week, buying land in Sandbox. They now have their own Bored Ape Yacht Club Ethereum NFT. That is it. I guess, it's got an Ethereum or an Adidas logo on it, which is pretty cool. But they're just going to get more in the space. I talked about Budweiser earlier in this week. This is what you have to know about these companies getting in the metaverse. It is all about advertising. They're getting in there to advertise their brands to a newer generation. That's what this whole thing is about. So, all right, guys, maybe Bitcoin doesn't drop overnight. Maybe it changes to a green dot overnight. Let's see. Be blessed. Good boy out.